What up, crew? How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. What's up, Kim? What's up, Cassandra? What's up, Duran? What's up, Tanu? What's up, Suzanne, Iris, Annie, Peggy, Marianne, Eric? What's up, Colette? VY, what's going on? Herm, what's up, dude? Matt, Nancy, Nicole. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is safe. Being in Florida, we know how hurricanes are. So Texas, Louisiana, affected areas, please be safe. Hopefully everybody is okay. I know it's a crazy one. What's going on, Luis? Jerry, Linda, how are you? Kat, Cheryl, what's going on? Curtis, Luma. What's up, Dale? What's up, Miss Pine? All right. Let me get the Facebook crew in here as well. Let me pull them in over here and let's get them going. Facebook, what's up? We're live. How's everybody doing today? Facebook, we are on YouTube as well. We are going to knock out a few different things here today. And then, also, just to let you guys know, does everybody here know about the training at 2 o'clock? So, we are probably going to be about an hour and a half here today. And then, I got to get ready for the All-Star training at 2 p.m., and basically what I'm going to be doing in the All-Star training this time is going over some different things in Corel and the Wizard. But some of the different projects that we work on today, happy birthday, Betty, is to show you guys kind of how I set them all up and different things that you do in the Wizard and Corel to be able to make the process easier for what we do here. When it comes to basically saying, oh man, these circles are too close, let's fix that in the Wizard. Oh, we need to get it cut ready. Let's fix that in the Wizard. Oh, we need to adjust it. Things like that. So that is going to be the All-Star training today for all of you All-Star members. If you do want to attend that training, we don't put that training up for sale, okay? It is for All-Star members only. Okay, so if you do want to attend that training, or even if you cannot attend live, you can watch it at any time if you're an All-Star member, and you get that from the community tab. Okay, you get that from the community tab. What's up, Six? What's up, Minion? How's everybody doing? All right, what do we got today? We got a few different things today. Number one is I already listed 2 more Cameo 4 giveaways. Did everybody enter those? What's up, Cindy? What's up, Amelia? How are you on Facebook? I already put out the entries for 2 more Silhouette Cameo 4 giveaways. I did one on TikTok and I did one on Instagram. Okay? So you need to go to Instagram, you need to go to TikTok. It's 2 different ones. So if you enter just on one of them, you're not going to be entered. Why not have 2 chances to win, right? So I will show you where those are as well. And then I'm going to try something else today and cut a really probably pretty detailed file just to see if it's possible to do in the Color Spark vinyl as well. Okay? So first things first. Let me flip you guys around and I will show you real quick where you enter for those different cameos as well. So Facebook, I'm going to bring you guys around here. Let me get you all lined up there. There we go. Facebook, YouTube. Let me switch screens for you guys and show you guys where. Now you should have got an email as well today with the different links to get to those giveaways. But like I said, Instagram, just go top right corner to Instagram right here. That's going to bring you to our Instagram page, and you will see TRW Instagram giveaway. Now on Instagram, we're giving away a cameo, we're giving away a full Rhinestone Starbucks cup, and we're giving away 3 rolls of our Color Spark. And you can see there's already 3,000, we just listed this yesterday, there's already 3,491 entries into it. All right, but if you don't enter, you don't have a chance. So just open that up. What you're going to do is tag a friend in the comments. You get 1 entry for each friend that you tag. You're going to follow us on Instagram. You're going to like the post. You're going to share the post. Those are different entries, okay? You can log into TikTok from the computer. Yep. And then for the TikTok side of it, here we go. And same thing. You're going to see the post right here. TikTok, you got better chances. 1,324 entries so far on TikTok. So that's a completely different cameo that we're giving away on TikTok, okay? And I'm probably going to be doing another one as well this week, so stay tuned for that. All right, we all good? If you're not in it, you can't win it. I agree, Debbie. I mean, even a 1 in 3,000 chance is a chance. 0 in 3,000 chance, you have 0 chance of winning, right? And of course, we'll still have the Monday YouTube Cameo 4 giveaway. And then you have like a 1 in 600 chance. So, let's do this. I'm going to show you what is new for today first, okay? So, we got another one of the cute, because this one was so popular, our last one, another one of the cute rhinestone decal kind of rhinestone packs to use for rhinestone decals, but also, like a lot of you, and I've seen some different posts that you've done already, to use these designs also just for t-shirts with your rhinestone true type fonts and so on. Which one's your favorite in this pack right here? Which one's your favorite? We got the all types. We have the peach, we have the hibiscus, we have the leaf, we have the mermaid tail, we have the palm tree, the cactus, the lipstick, we got the flamingo, kind of the sunflower, and the lips. All of these are sized perfect to do something with, obviously, either a rhinestone car decal with the Bling Anything material, or to put onto a shirt and accent it with either heat transfer vinyl, with rhinestone true type fonts, or so on, okay? So check this out. And I just made one a little while ago just to test it out. Let me switch to the big screen here. And we're going to make one of these as well. So this one here, I did in a 3 color for a rhinestone decal. And I did our light amethyst. Then I did green AB, which is kind of a bluish blue switched to green mermaid color. And then I did the light sapphire for the water part. So, show you guys here Facebook. Pretty sweet, right? So we're going to make one of these. I'm going to go through the cut process and everything for you. And then the next thing we're going to do is our next pack that we released today. And all of these are 65% off with the sale that's going on. Okay? Check this one out. This one is the fall signs. So, we got the autumn market. 'Tis the season to be thankful. Let's get cozy, pumpkin spice and everything nice. But I love fall most of all, and then the pumpkin patch one. So all of these, again, you could use it for a sign, you could use it for a shirt, you could do what I'm going to try to do today just to see if it's possible, okay, is I'm going to try to cut one of these designs, pretty detailed designs. I don't know if it's going to happen, okay? But I want to see, and I'm going to test it for you guys. I want to try and cut maybe this Let's Get Cozy one really small and put it on a coffee mug. with our Color Spark Opal vinyls. Oh, screen. Boom. So, and I'll zoom in so you can see all of these. And remember, here's the cool thing, and I'm going to be kind of talking about this in the All-Star training today as well. Remember, with all of these designs, okay, you're going to get the SVGs. With all of these different designs, use the elements for different things, okay? So if you have a design where you just want to use this pumpkin, right? Or you just want to use this hat, or you just want to use the leaf or the car or whatever it is, anytime you get something like this, okay, anytime you get something like this, you're going to have access to be able to use all of those different clip arts for different things as well. All right, so don't always just think of it as that file. Make sense? And of course, you'll get 65% off of that as well. I know, we do need a screen emoji. All right, good to go with that. Let's come back here to our main page. And I've had a ton of you asking about these. And let me just show you real quick. And this one and this one. So both of these cups, did you hit the screen emoji? There we go. Both of these cups right here, Facebook, these guys here, these are the Strata Cups, okay? I put the links to those on the products we love. So you will see them right here, products we love, and you'll see them under the production items. So there's 16-ounce ones, there's 22-ounce ones, there's skinny ones, and in the process of making some different template layouts, because I hand-placed each of the turtles for this one, but in the process of making some template layouts to work perfectly with these. These cups end up being like $6 each. Double-walled, freaking super cool. All right? All right, so first thing we're going to make. We are going to make something that you guys are going to ask for. So here's what I need then. I'm going to need, let's see, what's going to be the best way to do this? I'm going to bring this over here. So these are the designs, okay? These are the designs that we have here. And I need to pick somebody, so just say which design you want, and then I'm going to randomly pick somebody, and whichever design it is, that's the one we'll make. And we're going to make a rhinestone car decal with, what's up Graylene, what's up Christine? We're going to make a rhinestone car decal with the Cricut Easy Press today. All right? So, fire away. Which one? And I got to see if I have different colors for them as well. So let me know, fly through, and we will pick one of you. I'm going to let everybody get some in, then I'll just scroll through and pick it kind of like we picked the regular winners. All right. So we got a lot of people that have already commented. I'm over here flipping through, and the first person that I just came to right now, and they chose the lips. That's awesome. All right, perfect. Oh, shoot, I didn't have the screen on when I picked it. There you go. Eric Sutton. Eric wants some lips. Eric, you got it, buddy. We're going to make you a pair of rhinestone lips, and you're going to love them. So, Eric, about to make you a car window decal, or whatever you want to put it on, okay? But we'll just cut out the lips. We'll use, I'm thinking we'll use probably crystal for kind of the accent color, and then the red cyan, okay? So, probably a crystal and a red cyan. Lips it is. So, I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to open that actual file. Okay, so I'm going to go to Corel and I'm going to open the lip file here. And this is it here. Now this file has And I'm going to pull open the wizard here. What do we have in this design? The actual size of the design is about 2.9 by 4.2 inches. Okay, 2.9 by 4.2. Now, remember, we can't just change the size of this to whatever we want, right? Because the circles just got a lot bigger. If we wanted to change it to, let's say, SS16 stones, now it's 5.6 inches by 4 inches, like we did in the live the other day. But getting back to the SS10 stones, we're about 4.2 inches, okay? So we do have two different cuts in this because we have a little bit of an accent with the crystal stones there. So to do this, I'm going to go templates, and I'm going to do a vinyl overcut. And what that did is it automatically color separated it. Yes, heat press on. Thanks, Dax. Actually, I'm going to show you guys. The heat press freaking heats up so quick. It's freaking awesome. Damn it with those screens. Can someone just switch the screen for me? So once I did the templates, it split it into the two. Now, I don't need this one to be this full size. So I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. Bring in the edges here a little bit as well, because I don't need to waste as much of the magic flock. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees since it's about the same. And there's my two cuts. There's my two cuts, okay? Now, once we have this, I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. I'm going to come over to Launch and then Cut Plot CM4. And that's going to send it to Cutting Master, which is the cutting software for the Graphtec. Okay, so there's my two cuts right there. And remember, it did not mirror it because it knows that it's rhinestone. So it knows to not mirror the design. All right, now that I have this, remember I'm using my old 45-degree blade. So I actually have it set at a force of 26 right now. Okay, and let's go ahead and head over and set up our cutter over here. So Facebook, I'm going to bring you guys over here. There we go. Facebook, YouTube. Let me get you guys over here to the Graphtec as well. And let's switch our cameras around here. All right. We should be able to see now. Got Facebook over here as well. So when loading my material, of course, I got a 12-inch, the blue material here is my 12-inch magic flock. Let me move this real quick. Throw it into the junk drawer. Get my comments so I can see them. So I'm going to unload the material just so you can see it. So we have our roll of magic flock template material here. I'm going to load this up. That looks pretty good there. And drop that down. I'm going to go one for front edge. So what the front edge is going to do is it's going to read my width, bring it all the way to the front edge here, and now it's good to go and I'm ready to cut. So once I'm ready to cut, I come back over here to my Cutting Master 4 and I'm going to hit send. And now that started my cut. What's up, Guillermo? How are you? What's up, Kim? How are you? Sherry, how are you? What's up, Lourdes? So I have this set with an acceleration of 1, so I didn't go to the full speed of what the Graphtec can do. But even with that being said, you can still see how much quicker this cutter is than, for example, the Cricut or the Cameo or some of your stepper motors. Diva of the Bling, appreciate your support. Welcome to the All-Star membership. You're awesome. Free training for you today, 2 p.m. Eastern. Right after this. When I upload, mine is coming up as vinyl overcut. How do I get it so I can alter it? What do you mean, Kim? What do you mean it's coming up? Just open, what software are you using? If you open the CDR version, it'll just be regular. Latoya, appreciate you coming by. All right, so once this is done here, obviously I'm going to grab some stones over here. We're going to use, like I said, the crystal and the red cyan. I'm going to put my light board down here for now. And we'll get ready to cut that. What's up, Monica? Yes, I'm using the Easy Press today. So I still haven't even turned it on, but I haven't turned it on purpose, okay? Because I want to show you how quickly it heats. That's one really cool thing about the Easy Press is how quickly it heats up. I know, Vinyl Shield. We brought in our first shipment. We brought in 3 times as much on the second shipment. We have a third shipment on the way, but yes, we are currently sold out again. Oh, the Cricut heat press heats up super fast. It does. Okay, so with this, pull my edges here, and what I want to do with this, and you can see that these are where the edges are, as far as where the other stones are going there. And then what I want to do, I'm going to bring you guys over here. Let me get the cameras moved around a little bit so you can see. There we go, YouTube. Facebook, let me get you guys all lined up so you can see the brushing process as well. Actually gonna, Facebook, you're gonna get a bird's eye view up above. There we go, Facebook. Way up above. And then what I want to do now, I got my stones here. I got both of my templates. And I'm going to show you a little trick that I tested the other day in the live. And it worked pretty awesome. And I've done it again since then as well. And I'm going to try it on the live here again. Does anybody remember what I did? The joy's pretty awesome, isn't it? And let me get so I can see Facebook's comments as well. There we go. What's up, Christine on Facebook? How are you? Okay, so with my template, I got, looks like I got 2 or 3 circles that were there. So dropping the first one down. All right, now that I have that down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush this in with the red cyan stones. So I'm going to drop a good amount of stones onto my workspace. And remember, don't go buy a workspace. I'm using just the table here. You can use anything. I like to use a almost like a dry erase board, a chalkboard that I've done a bunch of videos on showing you how to do it. So red cyan, kind of big circles. Once you feel like most of them are in, then you're going to brush, almost brush some of them right off the side there, in a straight line. I got 1 stone there, and I'm done. All of those red cyan stones are in there perfectly now. It's pretty easy, isn't it? So I will show you guys here. Every single one of those hit perfect. Just like that. All right, now that we have that, I do need to grab some Hotfix tape real quick. Let's see where my Hotfix tape is. Oh, here it is. Let's make sure size-wise we're good here. That looks good. And I'm going to pull up my first. So, drop that down. Just go over it with your hand. Again, don't go over it with your brush. It's going to wear down your brush. It's going to wear down your brush a lot quicker. Okay? Got that there. Let's go ahead and pull this up. If you have a stone that doesn't come up, just go back and kind of push on it. Now, I'm going to go right off the start, and I'm just going to drop this onto my parchment paper. Okay? And it's not going to stick to the parchment paper at all, which is pretty cool. So now that we did that, I'm going to grab this pair, or the first color of the lips here. we're just going to drop this down. And remember, Darla, appreciate your support, Little League member. Thank you. Now remember, I can use this and I can make 1,000 decals out of this. Once I have this template cut, I'm completely done. I don't ever have to cut this again as long as I take care of it, right? That's what's awesome about all of these rhinestone templates and the Magic Flock template material. Once you cut a template, your cost for that is going down every single time you make another decal or t-shirt or whatever it is. So I'm going to brush my red Siam stones back into my bag here, and let's drop our second template. And obviously this one's going to be super easy. Now I'm using on this the diamond cut crystal stones. So I mix them a lot. Sometimes I'll use the diamond cut only. Sometimes I'll use diamond cut and Korean low lead, like I'm doing right here. Sometimes I'll use just Korean low lead. But that's where you're going to upsell to the customer. And look at the difference. Can you guys see the difference in the sparkle of these diamond cut stones? The red ones definitely had a sparkle to it, but the diamond cut stones are just next level, right? And we do, just to let you guys know, we have some special diamond cut stones coming in on Monday, but possibly, quite possibly coming in tomorrow. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I threw the parchment paper right over top of this. I'm lining it up right here. I can move it all around, which is nice. That looks like it's lined up good. So now I can just pick this up. It didn't knock out any of my crystal stones. And I can just lay this back down. And now I did my two-color layering. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So it's a super easy way to do a two-color layering without necessarily having to cut both of your templates the exact same size. But what also is really cool, how else does this help me? How else does this help me as far as not having to cut both templates the same size? Not only the price of the Magic Flock template material, but those of you who have done stones a lot, do you guys notice something when you layer the Magic Flock on top of the Magic Flock? Do you guys notice anything when you're brushing in the stones? Let me know. I want to get some feedback from you guys. Butcher paper, Connie, I've tried wax paper and I've tried parchment paper. I haven't tried, I know the parchment paper works perfect, okay? I saved this paper. I've been using this paper for the last week. So your cost, I mean, you go to the grocery store, grab a little thing of parchment paper. I don't know if I have mine still in here, but it's just basic parchment paper. All right. It's not necessarily harder to line up. What it really is it's more difficult to brush in. Does anybody notice that? The butcher paper does work good, Telemaker said. So, especially if you're doing a big design, the stones always brush in better when they have like a hard back surface, like the table or your dry erase board or whatever you have as far as for your workstation. Whenever you go and layer it on top of the flock, because it's sitting on top of another flock, sometimes the stones jump out a little bit easier. Does that make sense? Can you do a video on Rhinestone 101 showing the types of stones, difference in black and gray backings, Korean? That's a good idea, Adam. Yeah, and we're actually going to start. I'm not sure if you guys saw the new rose gold stones. They're out of stock already. They sold out. But I'm going to start doing videos on all of our stones, like on the little turntable, so you can see the sparkle and see the different colors. Okay? All right, so now that we have that, I still haven't even turned on the heat press. Okay, I'm turning on the heat press right now. I literally just pressed the button. By the time, I'm telling you, by the time I cut or bling anything, get this lined up and everything, the heat press will probably be ready. It's crazy. So, Facebook, I'm going to flip you guys over here. If you haven't seen the rose gold yet, go to the website and just click on the rose gold and look at the product video of them. They're sweet. They are sweet. All right, you guys are going underneath here, YouTube. Doing a little limbo. All right, so, and I know a lot of you guys have seen me use this, okay? A lot of you guys have seen me use this, and that is just my little foam board here. I've probably used this at least 50, 75 times now. At least 50, 75 times. Where do I sign up to order? I attend a class at 2 p.m. Looking in community, but I didn't see a membership. Cynthia, what you'll do is you'll go to the Join tab. So when you're on YouTube, the All-Star membership's a monthly membership where you get a bunch of different perks. You get free designs. You get early access to new products and things like that. So you would, that's an all-star training. So you would just click on that join button and join the all-star membership. And then once you're on the all-star membership, then you will see that link in the community tab. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab my Bling Anything here. And grab a pair of scissors and my transfer. Let's cut it to size. So I am going to, I'll just kind of throw it at an angle here. And that should be pretty much perfect size for it there. Bling Anything, has anybody here not used Bling Anything material? If you have not used Bling Anything material, this stuff, it will change your business. I'm serious. Everything that you can do with it, from heat transfer vinyl stickers, right, to rhinestone stickers, to the full wrap Starbucks cups, to regular tumblers. One of my favorites still is this football one. Oh, press is heated up. So all of this, all these different things are done with the Bling Anything material. So with Bling Anything, here we go. I'm going to go drop my cover sheet down. I'm going to press to the shiny side, right? Pressing to the shiny side, I'm going to drop the lips on there. Flip this over. I got that just to basically pull it up off the table. And then I'm going to press this for about 10 to 12 seconds. And I should have hit the timer. I always just count. So the one thing I always try to do, if anything, I want to underpress off the start. I always try to underpress. And what I mean by underpress is, I'm perfectly fine if I go to pull this up, that some of the stones come up. So let's see. Pulling this back. Well, that was supposed to backfire a little bit on me. And I was supposed to show you that some of the stones came up, so we just hit it a little bit longer. But, of course, it worked perfect. I'm lucky. But, next thing I want to do is, now that it stayed good like that, I'm going to flip it upside down, especially with the easy press. Upside down. And now I'm going to press it with some decent pressure for about 6 to 8 seconds. And that's kind of what I call my insurance press. And when I do my insurance press, I can look from the back or from the front. And I'm not sure if you guys can see it at all, let me know. But there's kind of little rings that go around the stones. And the little rings that kind of go around the stones, That's kind of telling me, okay, those stones kind of set into the Bling Anything material. So we're good. I know, I need to just record everything. Like, I literally tried to underpress that a little bit just to make it not work right. And then, of course, it worked right. I'm not complaining. Like, I'm happy it worked right. But I was looking for a couple stones to come up there so I could show you. You just repress it a little bit. It's good when things work out, right? All right, trimming around here. Make sure you have a good pair of scissors as well. And I'm good to go. So this decal is ready. And this inside area here, if you wanted to, okay, you probably could make it look a little bit cleaner, because you're going to get, on the Bling Anything, you're going to get some little press marks in there just because of that big open area. But it's up to you if you want to trim around here and put it on as two separate decals, or just put it on as one decal here. But can you guys, are you able to see any of the kind of rings around the stones? Can you see it in the video here or not? I'm assuming probably not. See if I get it up closer, if it gets any clearer. No, there we go, there we go. Okay, now you can see them. I see them. So see how I see the little bit of a ring around each of the stones? When you see that little ring around the stones, that's where you know that it's good. That's where you know that it kind of set in. And I'll show you guys Facebook. Can you guys see that, Facebook? See the little rings around the stones there? If I don't see those little rings around the stones, then I want to press just a little bit more. Now, here's a big thing that I always try to explain to everybody. We'll get people that'll email us or they'll call us and they'll say, I made a rhinestone car decal and I was trying to pick the stones off and the stones came off. Okay? That's an email or a phone call. Here, let me switch up, get a little bit better here. That's literally an email or a phone call that we will get probably once a day through either Instagram or a phone call or a regular email or whatever it is. I made a rhinestone car decal. I tried to pick the stones off and the stones came off. And like the call center will ask me, or different people, they're like, Matt, what do we say? And I say, well, you say you tried to pick the stones off and the stones came off. Of course they're going to. So you have to treat it, I've always said, and this is old school, treat it like a DVD or a CD. So if you had a DVD disc and you tried to break it in half, guess what? It's probably going to break in half, okay? If you took a glass and dropped it on the ground, it's probably going to break, okay? So if you take a rhinestone car decal and try to bend it and try to pick the stones off, they're going to come off, all right? It's like anything. However, if you just, keep it like this, I'm fine with it. I'm not folding it all around and everything. And I just put it onto the car window. Now it's on that smooth, flat surface, and they're good. Okay? And they aren't going to come off. And it'll go through a car wash, everything. But what a lot of people will say is, well, I wanted to test it to make sure it's good for the customer. That's why I try to pick off the stones. But again, your customer's not going to try to pick off the stones. And it's not like it's easy to pick them off either. Okay? Yes, exactly. Respect the bling. But it can with, so on my wife's car, she's had The car before this she had for 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and she had 2 rhinestone car decals on the back of the car. We have one of those little memberships where you go through the car wash basically every day, and it's not even a touch-free car wash, and she never lost a stone. And no lie, if I had to guess, she would go through that car wash at least 4 times a week. 4 or 5 times a week. So I'm saying that car was washed 400 or 500 times and never lost a stone. Okay? So there is our rhinestone lips. Pretty sweet, right? Now, for our next project, I want to try something that I don't know if it's going to work. And it probably definitely won't now that I just said I always get lucky. So, let's see. All right, let's bring you guys back over to the big screen. Any questions real quick on the Rhinestone decal with the Bling Anything before we move on? Any questions on that? This was done with the football leather. So it's kind of a leather heat transfer vinyl. Brown leather and then white glitter with black glitter. Yes, that's another one. Like Todd just said. We have also had, I'm just cleaning up these stones real quick. We've also had many people that have called and wanted a new decal back when we used to do all of the finished decals, and you guys might run into this, okay? A customer call and complain and want a replacement decal because when they used their ice scraper in the winter, they scraped their window, and some of the rhinestones fell off when they were using their ice scraper against it. So yes, the ice scraper can pop off stones. That doesn't mean that they get a free decal because they scraped the stones off. All right? You always want your Bling Anything to be larger than the Hotfix Tape. That is correct, Christina. Otherwise, it might try to pull up some of the Bling Anything material. All right, good to go with that. We're good with the lips here. Let's go ahead and with this pack, I think Eric just said with the sale, the Rhinestone Mini Pack is $10.50. So basically, you sell one rhinestone decal out of the pack, and it pays for itself. So next pack we have, and I'm going to use this for a completely different purpose, okay? Completely different purpose than kind of what it's made for, just to see if it's possible for it to work, okay? So let me just open up one of the files here. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to bring in this Let's Get Cozy design. And what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to see if, and this is a little coffee cup. I'm going to see if I can fit it on this little coffee cup here, okay? And use a couple different colors of our Color Spark. So, I'm going to grab my tape measure here and just see how much room I have to work with. So I have probably about 3 inches max, height-wise. I'm not as worried about the width, more worried about the height. So I'm going to go 3 inches tall. And we're going to cut 3 colors on this as well. So let's go ahead and get it adjusted down to the size of probably about 2.9 inches tall. That should be pretty good. So I'm going to go 2.9. We got 300 here today. By the way, if we get to 400 live, and we will give away a full artwork pack, just like we do every Thursday. And also remember, TikTok, Silhouette Cameo 4 giveaway going on right now. Instagram, Silhouette Cameo, a different Silhouette Cameo 4 giveaway going on right now. All right? Ooh, and that's the other thing I like about this press. It said, press just said it's hot in here. Come turn me off. Facebook, what's going on? How are you? All right, let's do this. And again, I'm going to use a cutting mat. I don't know that these are going to work right here, but we're going to see. We'll test it out. If not, we can always adjust the file, right? So right now I'm at 2.9 inches by 3.8 inches. What if I didn't want it quite 3.8? I could kind of shrink it in a little bit there. That's not a big issue. Now I'm at 2.9 by 3.5. All right. Highlight this. I'm going to go to templates and I'm going to do my vinyl overcut. And there's my 3 cuts right there. Now again, I could go into hand placing. I could pull that leaf off, save a tiny bit of vinyl, but I don't really want to do that. It's going to be a pain in the butt to do that. Okay. So can you show how to break the hat out of the design? Yeah, if I wanted to break this hat out of the design, honestly, what I would do, just to show you real quick, is I would just grab that there, double click, and delete that, and now I have just the hat. So just get rid of the other parts that you don't want. All right? So now that we have this, I do need to figure out, okay, it's 11.5 inches. Now, if I bring these a little bit closer here, I probably don't need the weed boxes, okay? Even though I'm going to keep the weed boxes for right now, just to help with my measurements. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So good there and good there. I know my cutting mat's 12 inches. I have 11 inches here, okay? So next thing I like to do, I'm going to bring this over to this 1 inch mark, or the 0 inch. So see my kind of little measuring tool on the top here? Now I'm at 0 inches, and this is going to help me with my cutting mat. The Easy Press Jill, I had it 325 degrees, sorry. When I pressed that car decal, I had it at 325 degrees. So I know basically from 0 to 3, then I need to start my next color, and that will go from 3, and then my next color will start at 7. So 0, next color at 3, next color at 7. And that's just helping me as far as my layout, and it's also got to be at least probably 4 inches tall. So what colors do we want to use is the next question, okay? Which colors do we want to use for this? So let me bring this back in here just to show you. These are them here. So do you want to use actually these type colors? I could probably use like Sunfire for the lets and the hat. For the get, we could use maybe the Candy Apple Red. And then for the cozy, we could do like the Mermaid. What do you think? I think those colors could look pretty cool. Candy Apple Red. Oh, the sherbet. Yeah, the sherbet's got some serious orange to it. Instead of Sunfire, yeah, let's do that. The sherbet definitely has more orange to it. So the sherbet, Candy Apple Red, and Mermaid for the cozy, you think? I think we could do that. All right, let's bring you guys over here and we'll play around with it. Ooh, a peacock could look good for the cozy as well. All right, we'll mess around. We'll look at the different colors and decide over here. So let me get you here. And we have junk drawer number 2 that we're going to have to dive into to get some of these colors probably. So let me flip my questions around. Ooh, Paradise. Dang it. There's so many damn good colors, it's hard to pick, isn't it? All right, let's get the magic flock out of here. Let's just drop that down here for now. Let me get this camera turned around. Let me bring you guys over to the production cameras over here. There we go. I'm seeing peacock, I'm seeing paradise, I'm seeing mermaid. I don't even know if it's gonna cut this small. So that's the first thing we got to figure out is if it's even going to work, right? So colors wise, what did we say? Here we have the peacock. I'm just looking for some that I already have. Ooh, the mystic looks pretty sweet here. I know I don't have sherbet in here yet, so I'm going to have to probably open up. Yeah, I'm going to open up a new sherbet. And remember I was showing you guys the other day that I like to use my squeegee to help me with measuring. So we said that we needed 4 inches tall, and that part of the design which has the hat is going to be what? We need it basically 4 inches tall by around 4 inches wide. All right, so let's come over here and there's my 4 inches. Let's go this way. And we should be good with that there. So that's our sherbet. Our next color is going to be, we definitely said we were going to do candy apple, right? So this is the candy apple here. And the candy apple part of the design is going to be the get. And that's 4 inches tall by around 3.5 inches wide. The blade, well, I'm using the Graph-Tech cutter, so 4 inches by 3.5, I think I said, right? Yeah. So let's go 4 inches tall and 3.5. Should be right around here. There's my candy apple red. And what did we decide for the last color? It probably needs to be a little, the Paradise does have like green and orange. I think Paradise, I saw a lot of you guys saying Paradise. Let's give Paradise a go. We're going to give Paradise a go. So let me see my size on this one. I have, and this is going to be the hat. This one's going to be the tough cut too. I need about probably 3.75 by 4 inches. So, again, let's go about 4 inches tall and 3.75 wide. There we go. All right. So now that we have them all, now we just need to get them lined up on our cutting mat here. So our first cut is going to be the cozy, which is going to be this Paradise here. And we want the 4-inch tall part here. And I'm just going to start it right about there. And then the next one we said was going, oh, cozy's on the back side, sorry. Cozy's our last cut. So our first cut is going to be the candy apple red. So candy apple red, and it's only going to go to about the 3-inch mark is what we need. And then we have the hat. And that's going to go there to about the 7-inch mark, which that's lining up pretty good there. And then the last one is the Paradise. Let's get that there. And we're going to cut this pretty close, okay? We're going to cut this pretty close. I always like to cut it close because, again, if it messes up, it messes up. So let's bring this out here. Looking good. And you can see some of my vinyl is even outside of it there, which isn't necessarily the end of the world because it's still rolling directly on it. Now I'm pretty sure I cut this at a 13 last time. So we're going to try that pressure. I should be doing a test cut. Yes, I should, but I'm not. All right. And does that go to 11 inches? Yes, it does. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually going to get rid of the weed boxes, hoping that my colors are lined up good. So launch and cut plot CM4. Pilar, I see you trying to jinx me. Oh no, I went outside of my area here. There we go. And starting with cozy, so do I need to flip it around? Yes. So because I need to flip it around, I'm going to come over to here and I'm just going to flip it upside down. And now it should start with get, then to the hat, then to cozy. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. I'm excited to see if I guessed right on this. And I'm going to do a speed of about 40. I don't want to rush through this cut too much. So let's come over here. Let's hit send. Let's see what happens. It's starting on the Paradise over here. Woo-hoo-hoo! I almost missed that. I might miss the sherbet. I got too much, I can definitely tell I have too much pressure right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go condition test. And I'm going to go 4. And I'm going to go down to at least a 12 for my pressure. That's one thing that I do love about the Graphtec is you can change it on the fly like that. Most cutters, once you started your cut, you can't just pause it and change it, right? The Graphtec, I could see it was definitely cutting a little bit too deep. So I just went down to a 12 and now I'm paying attention here. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. I think it's, I'm pushing it. Like I'm right on the edge. But it's really cool how you can, as you get used to it, and as you guys know, I haven't been using a cutting mat for too long, right? And I'm looking at this, and I think we might have hit it. I think we might have got it. I think we might have got it. We'll see. The Paradise might be our only one that could be, that's really close. All right, so let me grab my colors over here. Let me move you guys camera-wise over here so you can see it. Facebook, let's get you arranged down there. YouTube, get you guys turned over here. And let's see what we got. Get my trash can over here for weeding. See where it was cutting too deep right there? It actually cut out a little bit of it. But let's see what we got. Pretty good there. Coming up to a smaller part there. Good with that. Hit that spot pretty good. But that's where it started to get too deep. So let's see. Okay. No, I think I'm going to be all right with that part. This part over here. Again. I think I'm going to be okay with that. I think I might have to change glasses because it's so small to be able to see here. I think there might be a chance that we're all right. Even though I know it cut too much, even though I know it cut a little bit too deep, I think we might be all right. Good with that. This small little area in here, nope, not an issue. That came out fine. This top area here, that came out fine. Let's get my Z and my Y. All right, part 1 is good. Part 2, let's see what we got here. This is where I changed the pressure a little bit. And honestly, this is the one I'm the most worried about. Oh, that came out sweet there. Good there. Good there. Little inside area, perfect. A tiny, super tiny inside area. Now, the hat, this is the part that we were really worried about. Let me bring you guys a little bit closer here, YouTube. This little hat part is the part that I was really worried about, right? So, check this out. Let's see, because there are some thin lines in here. Oh, man. Oh, man. How about that? So far, so good. Good. And then we got some thin, super thin lines in this part. Good there. Good there. Good there. Good there. Good. Oh my goodness, look at that. That weeded perfect. I honestly, I thought that didn't have a chance. I didn't think that had a chance. That weeded perfect. All right, now let's hit up this red here. Again, some small text, some tiny little leaves. Make sure it hits all of my areas here. That looks good. Let's get the inside part of this one out here. The biggest thing with this stuff too is making sure, one of the key things honestly is to make sure that you have a pick tool that's really sharp so it can pick that area up instead of just pushing it. See how when I pick down at it, it actually gets into it and picks up the actual vinyl instead of just pushing the vinyl around. Yes, and with an almost 2-year-old blade, right? All right, so I'm feeling pretty good with this. I'm going to grab my parchment paper here. I will need, I'm going to grab also my light. Let's bring the light board out. Oh, vinyl down. Stay. Stay. We're going to go parchment paper, and I need to find my plug here for my light board. Fire away with some questions, of course, as you have them. So, app tape first. Let me grab that. We do sell the pick tool, yes. No, believe me, it's a sharp pick tool, which you got to be careful with it because it will poke into your finger. So it's kind of like the Rhinestone decals. If you try to break the Rhinestone decal, you're going to pull a stone off of the Rhinestone decal. Well, guess what else? If you try to poke yourself with the pick tool, guess what you're going to do? You're going to poke yourself with the pick tool, right? Uh-oh. What are you doing, light board? Why did you turn off? Uh-oh. No. No, light board, what are you doing? Did I unplug you? There it is. And I thought I saw a spot that I didn't weed. Yes, I did. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start with because I got to figure out what's going to be the easiest way to line this up. Where does my hat go? I'm just coming around here to look at my original. The hat goes right above kind of the Y. I'm going to do the cozy part and then the get part and then come to the hat last. So I'm going to drop that down there. Let me grab my squeegee. And again, when you're pulling this off, I like to just turn it upside down and roll it off. And you can see that came off perfect. Now I'm using my parchment paper, setting that there, and now I can get this all lined up perfect here. So can you guys see through it as well with me? I think you can, right? So I'm just looking to where this is going to line up good here. I can see the way my different leaves are going there. I think that looks pretty awesome. So once I feel like I'm good with that, just going to squeegee that down, lift this up. And now here's something I've noticed a few of you doing, and I just did it as well. Look at this. Because I'm not attached, let me know if you guys can see this. Because I'm not attached to this at all, look what could happen. That can move, and now everything's going to be off. You need to have some of your app tape, okay? You need to have some of the app tape adhered to this carrier, okay? And you don't always have to do it left to right. You can do it right to left as well. So I could do it this way and arrange it. Does that make sense to everybody, what I just said there? Because I was attached to this, I got it all lined up, but had this moved at all, I would have been screwed because it wouldn't have been aligned anymore. So I'm looking at this and I say, okay, now that looks good. I got a little bling hair down under there. That looks good. I say, okay, I'm good to go. Let's go ahead and squeegee this down. Lift this up. And see how it doesn't stick to that at all? So now we can drop this down. And don't drop it down too much because I don't want to stick my Y all the way to my board there. So now that I have that part, I can just roll this off. And then I'm going to do the same thing one more time. If you roll it off from the back like I'm doing right here, on any type of metallic vinyls or more difficult vinyls, it makes it easier, okay? So again, with this one here, let's find where my spot's going to be. I can even go from the bottom as well. I'll show you on this one. I'm going to go from the bottom of it. So, lined up good there. That's lined up nice there. I got the let's get cozy. That all looks beautiful. So, this time I'm going from the bottom of it. Pull out my paper. Squeegee this down. And we're good to go. Now what I want to do, one last squeegee there, and it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and grab our little cup holder. This is one that I just built, and I actually added the little cross at the end, so now it kind of sits at an angle, so I can see it even easier. Okay? Let's grab my coffee mug that I'm using for this one, and let's go ahead and get this thing applied. So, again, getting the decal off of here, turn it upside down, and roll it. If for any reason it still pulls up, a cool little hack, set your squeegee against that and then kind of roll it back. And what's happening is the squeegee is actually holding the vinyl down as I pull it. So if you ever have one that's being a pain in the butt, look how easy that was. Now we need to see if we can get this lined up right. Do you guys want to do a regular application or a wet application? This one I don't have the vinyl shield on, no. I want to test this material one round without the vinyl shield just to see. So yeah, we can do it without, or without a wet. We'll just do a regular application. So if I'm doing a regular application on that, make sure obviously you clean your mug up. I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, that looks pretty good there. Wrap it around. You're not going to get bubbles on this one anyway, right? You're not going to get bubbles on this anyway because these are such thin layers. So now I'm just kind of going over it with my finger here. Oh, this cup's going to look freaking badass. Roll it off. Any areas that try to pull up at all, no problem. Just push it back down. And we are done. And I can save this app tape too. And there you go. How sweet is that? Look at all of those colors. So the colors that we used here in Facebook, let me bring you guys over here so you can see the same view. The colors we used here, okay, we used, this is the sherbet, Color Spark sherbet, okay, the orange and the red and the yellow. Then the red and the leaves right there, that's the candy apple red. And then cozy, we did in the Color Spark Paradise. And I honestly, that weeded pretty dang easy. It weeded way easier than I thought it was going to. Okay, so now to test, this side here, this Mom Fuel design with the unicorn, this has the vinyl shield on it. And this cup has already been through the dishwasher probably at least 15 times now. Okay? Then here, man, what of these three colors, what's your favorite color? Of these three, what's your favorite? The sherbet, the paradise, or the candy apple? Let me know. This whole thing, it does say fall, doesn't it? And is this not just a perfect, even design to put on a coffee mug like this? I'm seeing candy apple, sherbet, paradise, sherbet, candy apple, paradise, all of them, right? I think they look awesome. So everybody thank Paige for this design because she made some pretty, Paige is one of our artists. She did a pretty awesome job with this pack, especially for something like this. I'm naming my next dog Herbert. Hey, make Herbert a sherbet design. Sweet. All right, so we got this bad boy right here, and we got the Rhinestone car decal right here, our two different designs that we made. And honestly, if we wanted to, we could throw a freaking huge pair of lips on this, right? We could throw a huge pair of lips on this. And this part that you see right here will disappear. That will disappear once you take off the cloudy carrier and put it on here because it's the Bling Anything and you can see right through it. Herbert and Sherbert on a dog bowl. Yes, let's do it. I like it. Man, that honestly, I didn't know how this was going to turn out. The part I was the most worried about were these tiny little lines in the hat. And it turned out pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. All right. So, let's flip over here. Show you guys what's going on. I want to show you where all of the entries are for all of the cameos that we're giving away this week and answer any questions. And then I need to get ready for the All-Star training that starts in 43 minutes. So, we got, as of right now, we have 2 mini pack giveaways. Okay, let's see if we can. Ooh, 215. We still need 85 more to get to 3. Right? 85 more, that's a lot. All right, let's do this. Let's head over to the page here. And go to the Rhinestone World here. So the pack that I just made, came out of this Fall Signs mini pack. So when you put this into your cart, okay, it's going to automatically, again, discount 65%. So I just added the cart, proceed to checkout, and it goes from $25, oh shoot, $8, I thought it was 10 something. $8 and, oh, the other one is, okay, $8.75 for all 6 of those. $8.75. That's pretty sweet, right? The other one, let's head over to our main page again. The mini pack that we just released today, all of these designs are brand new. Okay, Bobby hooked these ones up, so thank Bobby for this. These right here, $30, will retail eventually at $45, so it will be, what was this one, $10.50 for all 10 of these rhinestone designs. So if I take this off, yep, $10.50. You're looking at basically $1.07 or so, $1.05 per design. Got it? Thanks. Look, Eric, my man, with all the pricing. Appreciate it, Eric. Okay, so let me show you a few other things real quick. Design a Day giveaway. We got the baller design. Easily distracted by dogs. I should make one by squirrels. My brain is 70% song lyrics. So, free designs. Make sure to go grab those. Awesome free designs that you guys can get. Free SVG download files. And they will change. Now, one thing I do want to give you guys a heads up with. And you have currently through Monday. Monday is the last night for the reopening sale. So, the 65% off designs, the 5% off diamond cut stones and all heat transfer vinyl and sign vinyl, even the color spark vinyls. 15% off the Korean low lead stones. All of that sale that's going on will end on Tuesday. Okay, will end on Tuesday. So make sure to take advantage of that before this weekend's over. I'll remind you again on Monday night's training about it. All right? The other thing we got here, we're giving away 2 more Silhouette Cameo 4s. I'm going to announce one of the winners next Tuesday. I'm going to announce one of the winners next Wednesday. So basically next week, we're going to have a giveaway for a Cameo 4 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right? The first one, go to Instagram here. Let me switch my screen around. I got you. The first one, Instagram. This one right here. As of right now, There are 3,500 entries in this one, okay? But if you don't enter, you don't have a chance. So this one, we will pick the winner. We will pick the winner on next Tuesday, September 1st. All you need to do, follow us on Instagram, okay? We got 3 prizes in this one, including a full Rhinestone cup, all right? So all you need to do is follow us on Instagram, tag a friend in the comments, and share the post. Can you overheat press Bling? Yes, you can overheat press it, and it starts to melt the Bling Anything. Yes, you can. That's why I always say to underpress it. So that is the Cameo 4 giveaway on Instagram, and then this is the Cameo 4 giveaway on TikTok. So same thing on TikTok right here. You're going to click here. You're going to follow us on TikTok, share it, and comment by tagging a friend. So 2 more Silhouette Cameo 4 giveaways. By next week, we're going to be up to 204, I think. It's going to be crazy. All right. We got to pick some mini pack winners here. We got to pick some mini pack winners. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Good there. Oh, yes, let me show you how you get to the All-Star Training. The All-Star Training, just to let you know, we're at 240 likes. If we get 60 more, likes, then we got a 3rd mini pack. And Bobby just posted yesterday how to make a contour cut in Cricut. All you Cricut users here, definitely go check out Bobby's video here. A good one as far as creating a contour in Design Space. All right? So anybody that wants to join the YouTube membership, when you're on our YouTube channel, you're just going to click join here, and you're going to see a Little League, a Major League, and an All-Star. The All-Star one, you're going to get free designs every single week. You're going to get the free Designing with Matt, which is what's happening today in 36 minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern. You're also going to get early access or early alerts to new products. So we have, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this the other night or not, we have coming in either, I think they're going to be coming in on Monday. We have some diamond cut mermaid rhinestones. Yeah. It's kind of like we might even, just saying, we might even have some special mermaid poop. Just to match our unicorn poop. So there may be some special winners. There may be some special winners for some mermaid poop. All right, let's do it. And All-Star members will get first access to those as well. But I think the unicorns might be flying in with the mermaids with those stones as well. So hopefully by Monday, we have the Prism unicorn stones back in and the new mermaid. All right, let's pick some winners here. We have 265 likes. Are you guys going to get to 300? What do you got for me? Are you feeling it? We're 265. Everybody going to click the like button? You know me. I love giving stuff away, but we got to earn it. Got to earn it. No second place trophies here. All right, let's do it. We have 2 mini pack winners of choice today. 2 mini pack winners of choice. But make sure to go to Instagram, go to TikTok, follow, tag a friend, share to get your entries in for the other Cameo 4 giveaways. Here we go. 2 mini pack winners of choice. Top name that I highlight's the first winner. Whoever's name is underneath that person is the second winner. No spamming. And our winner for the 2 mini packs of choice is this person right here. I got James Hoyles. James said he's happy to win a mini pack. James, you got yourself a mini pack. And I got Amy D. We have 310 watching. So James Hoyles, Amy D, congratulations to both of you. You guys got yourself a mini pack of choice. Man, Miss Pine, Adam, all of Castle, all of you guys right around there. Melissa, Suzanne, Jewel, Dale, Janessa. I see the usual suspects in here. I like it. We got 278 likes. I have 3 minutes left because I got to get ready for the All-Star training. If you guys can get 22 more likes in the next 3 minutes, I'll do another mini pack. 22 more likes in the next 3 minutes, we'll have another mini pack giveaway. What you got? I got 2 minutes to answer questions. Fire away. $2.79. What's up, Brian? Did you tell Joe that I'm pre-pressing in 3/4 of a second? I'll text him and let him know. $2.84. The TikTok video, Sonia, is the video that says, it says it right there. $300 cameo for a giveaway, the first one. This one's almost at 500,000 views now. That's pretty sweet, huh? $2.91. We have 1 minute left. We need 9 likes. Hold on, I'm going to go on my phone real quick and like it as well. I'll get you guys an extra like. We're at 296. Watch, I'm going to be the 300th like. 297. And here we go. I'm about to give it to you. 298. Boom. I think I was the 300th like. You're welcome. Someone better not unlike right now. All right, 302. We're good. All right, we got one more mini pack. Let's go. Bring the comments back over here. And our third mini pack winner of choice for the day, third mini pack winner of choice is going to be this person right here. And that is, boom, I got Wicked Mickey. Wicked Mickey, congratulations, Wicked Mickey. You are the third mini pack winner of choice. Hey, every one of you guys, again, like always, let me flip the screen around. I got to see you, or you got to see me. I appreciate all of you guys, 300 of you taking time out of the middle of the day on a Thursday to hopefully better your business. We made a couple pretty awesome things, I think, today. You guys tell me, what do you like better? The Let's Get Cozy Fall coffee mug or the Rhinestone Lips? Who wins? Paige or Bobby? Adam, get out of here with that Cardinal crap. Man, Cubs aren't doing well right now. They're an average baseball team right now. Luckily, they started out hot. I see the lips, I see the cup. I see the cup, I see the lips. I definitely the cozy, definitely the cup, definitely the rhinestone lips, definitely the mug. The lips, Connie, are about 4 inches wide by 3 inches tall, I think they were. And this is awesome, even to put for a shirt design and accent it with rhinestone fonts, right? Coffee mug, not fair, can't choose. Cozy lips, put the lips on the tumbler. Mug, lips, both lips, mug, Bobby wins. Lips, cup, 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 cup. Ooh, cup just got on fire right there. Mug, sorry, oh, Bobby. Hey, at least Matt apologized. That's awesome. Will it fit a mask? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Question was, will the lips... Oh yeah, the lips will definitely fit a mask. So here's the dog face mask. So the lips definitely fit as far as for heat pressing on a mask. Or we could even do a dog nose with the lips. All right, crew. Hey, again, appreciate you, all of you All-Star members. I will see you guys in about 28 minutes. I'll see you in about 28 minutes. Make sure to go to the community tab to get your special link to be able to log in to, and it will be on YouTube. Get your special link on the community tab. I will see you guys in 27 minutes, All-Star crew members. Again, appreciate all of your support. Facebook, I'm out. YouTube, appreciate all of you guys. I'll see you soon. I'll keep you updated on the unicorn poop and the mermaid poop. A lot of poop going on right now. But some new stones coming in. Looking forward to them. You're going to love them. Diamond cut stones. All right, crew. Appreciate all of you guys. Later.